This is a video of two things I forgot to mention in previous demos. The first is scripting tips. Scripting tips are accessed by clicking this button, and this window pops up, and as you see right now there's not really any scripting tips. But when you open a file, if you want, you can tell Logviewer to generate scripting tips. To generate scripting tips by parsing the file and seeing everything that's available. So scripting tips is basically a list of everything that can be accessed in a log file, everything that was found on the first pass through when it was opened, and it helps people who write scripts and who write plugins to see what data is available that they can read from. For example, I'm going to open the folder sample logs. Now there's three options to generate scripting tips from. The first is not to generate scripting tips. The second is to generate scripting tips, but only from the first file that you open if you open several files. So for example, if I open sample logs which has 11 XMLs in it, it only generates scripting tips from the first of the 11. And the other choice is all files. It'll look at all the files and generate scripting tips from all of them. This one's a little bit quicker if you care about speed, but this one's more comprehensive. But if all the XMLs look roughly the same, this one should do it. So I'm going to click that and open. So even though I generated the scripting tips, they're not visible until I hit script tips. So now you can see them here. Now we look at the process script that I wrote. You can see that inside it all the different paths we use to access the data. For example, the code, the commit ID, the commit timestamp, etc. That are all these things that are visible here are listed here, so you know what's available. I, as the script writer, know that I can access the code or these things or these attributes in each event, and also in the root there's these things. It's very helpful for scripting. The other thing I forgot to mention is in the raw save, you can save either an individual file you opened. For example, if I could save any one of these. If I made changes within the code plugin or anywhere else, that change would be stored in the file in memory, and then when I clicked one of these, that would store that memory file somewhere on the computer of my choice. I can merge all the XMLs into one big fat XML and save that on the computer as a single file, or I can save all in folder, which means I select the folder to where I dump all 11 XMLs or however many are open. And that was the second thing.